and welcome to Space Galeget, a stage that you might remember in some way, shape, and form from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Shadow, don't you remember? We once raced each other here. This is just like old times. A race for the Emerald.
Pretty much. This stage is one of the better ones, I guess, simply because of how linear it is, how many things are not in your way in general. But, you know, it's... both the hero and the neutral mission are find the Chaos Emerald, but in order to win the hero mission, you have to do it in under that time limit of 5 minutes. And that's super easy, but then again, if you're trying to do the neutral mission instead, which I am, you have to wait for the 5 minutes to be up. So you can reach there, and then you're basically just going to be stuck there for like a minute and a half to a minute. By the way, at this thing, never jump. You will fall off the edge. That's one poorly designed part of this stage, is that if you jump and hit that thing, you're pretty likely to fall off the edge. Now, Space Galeget, again, I like the stage more than I like some of the other ones, but it ends a little too quickly if you ask me. Because, like, you have 5 minutes and I can get there so fast if I'm trying harder than to get there in under 5 minutes or whatnot. But come on, though. Why do you have to make the hero mission and the neutral mission the same thing? Now, doing the hero mission is fine. It's easy to get there in something like 3 minutes. But if you're fucking doing the neutral mission, you get there and then you have to wait a minute and a half, as I said before. That was a little interesting right there. And then there's this thing here where, like, you're just holding the control stick forward and you just slide back like that. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? It's gonna do it again. Just watch. I did it again, and I jump forward, and it does it again. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? I don't know. Why does it do that? Don't ask me. I'm just the guy who plays the video game, not the guy who makes it. I don't know. But yeah, overall, though, it's not at all a bad stage, but the problem is, if you do the neutral mission, the next mission, which is the last mission I'm going to be doing for this playthrough, again, this is post-commentary, it's exactly the same. Like, the insides look exactly the same. The basis of the whole stage is on the arc as well. It's just exactly the same in general. Not exactly the same, but these insides are 100% the same. Like, the same corridor comes up, and on the outsides, you're basically jumping on the same types of platforms. The only difference is the arc is falling apart in the next stage. By the way, I'm tired of doing post-commentary for things like Shadow games, because I don't know what to talk about. At least with other games, it's like, you know, oh, I can talk about something interesting, like a story throughout the whole time, but I haven't thought of a story that I can talk about for Shadow the Hedgehog, and that's why it's like, I don't know, I'm just I don't know. I'm stumbling over my words, too, because I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. I probably could have killed one of those black aliens there and got Chaos Control, because if I jumped off here and used Chaos Control, like, right here, I guess, I would probably just transport myself all the way to the end of the stage. Because everything from here on out is pretty much just this. Just me riding on rails, literally. I'm not touching the control stick at all during this. I'm just letting the game pretty much play itself. And that's literally what it's going to do. Because now that I've hit that, all I'm doing is going to just walk forward a little bit, hit this one, and then that's it. That's it. No, I'm serious. This is actually it. All I'm doing is falling. I'm not going to touch the control stick, and the gold ring will appear in front of me. But yeah, if I think of another story, I can tell about Shadow the Hedgehog, I can introduce you to the next stage of whatever it does, even though I already pretty much told you what it was, and then I can talk about said story. Other than that, I might just leave that stage blank. But yeah, there's the gold ring. So I'm there over a minute ahead of the time, so I'm bored at this point, so I decided to go behind it and roll around the ball. So anyway, you might hear more commentary in a bit if I decide what to do, but anyway.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Sorry there, Shadow, old buddy.
The Ark. Will I ever find the rest of my memories here? Perfect. Damn it.
What does it all mean? These memories, the doctor's actions and words. Nothing makes sense. Was it real?
It's been a long time, Shadow.
Who are you? And how do you know my name?
I know you, Shadow the Hedgehog. You killed everyone I loved. My family, Maria. I've been waiting all my life for this day.
What? Me? And Maria?
Maria was like a sister to me. She was the only family I knew. And because of you, she was killed. Witnessing it all, the plan to create that horrifying evil creature. That black creature and that insane professor who unleashed it all.
So, the professor created me with Black Doom?
You don't fool me! It's not just about Maria. Thanks to you, everyone I knew and loved was killed when the Ark was destroyed. Worst of all, my family! Finally, justice is served!
If what you say is true, then I will respectfully accept my fate.
You mean to tell me that you really don't remember a thing?
But I just need some time to uncover the real truth.
And welcome to the stage of Cosmic Fall. Now, this one, as I said, it has some elements of the previous stage that I just played, but like this, for example. But for the most part, it is outside the Ark, with the whole Ark apparently falling apart, even though that doesn't make any freaking sense. Because, you know, the Ark is just randomly falling apart, and these places just exist like this. I don't know. But anyway, that soldier guy you saw in the cutscene, he was talking about his own backstory there. That's the only backstory you get on him, basically. And you didn't hear anything about him at all during the whole Sonic Adventure 2 battle storyline there, which begs the question, why did they put him in this game? Did they just have somebody to be like an anti-hero of sorts in this? Someone for... I don't know. I just don't know. Something like that. I don't know. But anyway, it's like... First of all, Gun killed everyone he loved, not Shadow. So he might be under the presumption that Shadow was the one who ended up killing everyone and not Gun, and that's why he joined Gun to get rid of Shadow at some point. But, like, Gun killed Maria. That's all you really need to know. He joined the forces of the people who freaking... He joined the forces of the people who went ahead and blew up the Ark, basically, and killed everyone on it, except for him, apparently. Why didn't he die? All these things you have to think about, and it doesn't make any sense. And when you think about it, this whole plot of this soldier guy is it just sucks because you don't know what to do about it. So you just make a shitty ass backstory that's got so many holes in it that you just have to wonder yourself, what was the story department at Sonic Team doing? Because seriously, that's my question. It's like, hey, we need this soldier guy. We put him in so that he can be like the anti-hero against Shadow because he doesn't like him and blah blah blah. And then like they just don't give him a proper backstory and just hash something in. I don't know. But all I know is that that soldier guy is... He doesn't even have a name. He's just a general. That's basically it. He doesn't even have a freaking name, for heaven's sake. Also, Vector. No. Do not want. Basically, that's all I can say about it. Yeah, I just don't like the voice Vector has. I just don't like it. I mean, voice acting is great and all, but God, the voice. I like the voice acting of 4Kids, but some of the voices that 4Kids pulls out, I'm just like, stop, you're ruining a character. Even though Vector was only in one game before this, as far as I know, which was Sonic Heroes. No, he was in Knuckles Chaotix, and then he was in Sonic Heroes, if I recall, which I probably don't, since I'm not a huge Sonic fan, and therefore don't know this. Don't know the whole story behind anything and whatnot. Even though I do, but I don't. Oh, that's just who I am. Now, some people really say that, like, you know, when, for example, some call me Johnny, that guy, Johnny Reviews, or Johnny Versus series, he was talking, like, he did, like, a whole, oh god, I died because I'm an idiot there, but, like, he did this whole month or whatever, more than 1 month, though, of Sonic games, specifically starting from, I believe, he started from Sonic Adventure to Sonic 06, basically, as the whole, like, Sonic's adventures into 3D Sonic games. And he really hates Shadow the Hedgehog. And I can agree with him that the game is bad, but I don't think generally that... He said it's actually worse than Sonic 06, and I have to honestly disagree with him there. Sonic 06 was just all around atrocious. At least with Shadow the Hedgehog, there was things about it that freaking worked. Not so much with Sonic 06, honestly. I mean, Sonic 06, like, even with this game's sloppy controls, Sonic 06 is just stupid because... Yeah, okay, you know, you got the whole idea that, you know, the sloppy controls were fixed in Sonic 06, but now they're way too touchy. You even touch the control stick one direction, you're gonna be flying into walls and shit. At least with this game, you had control over your momentum too. Like, I honestly just don't get it. How do you think that Shadow the Hedgehog is worse than Sonic 06? Sonic 06 level design wasn't even that great either, and there was so many brokenness about it. The controls were far too touchy. 3D platforming, the mock sections. Oh my goodness, it's just... I don't get it. This game works way better than Sonic 06 does. It does, regardless of the fact that Silver is ridiculously just... I don't even know how Silver can be played, honestly. That's just stupid. The controls are just bonkers in that game, even freaking worse than this. It's like, and 3D platforming as well in that. 3D platforming was touchy as hell. You couldn't do anything because you ran the risk of going too far to the left or not going far enough at all because the controls were too touchy. At least with this game, this 3D platforming works. Like in this level, for example, the 3D platforming works. It's my fault when I die, not because the game has some shitty ass freaking controls. This is a prime example of 3D platforming in a Sonic game in general working, because I like the platforming in this. That's one thing that Shadow the Hedgehog has over some other Sonic games, like Sonic Generations, for example. The 3D platforming works. That's all you really have to know. I mean, if it didn't work, this game would be a lot worse, and I probably wouldn't like it as much. I am a platformer at heart. I mean, I played a whole bunch of Mario games, for heaven's sake. I'm a freaking Nintendo fan. My name is Nintendo, man of God. And if I don't like Mario, and that's my name, you know, there's something wrong with me. Of course, Mario isn't limited to just 3D platforming or platforming in general, but I'm a platformer at heart. I like platforming. Any form of it where I can jump from platform to platform is great. That's why I kind of prefer, like, for example, the new Devil May Cry. That's why I kind of prefer the platforming Devil May Cry versus, say, puzzles in the old Devil May Cries. Even though I still prefer the old Devil May Cries by far. But either way, like, you get the point, right? You get the point in where I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to say, and blah, blah, blah. But honest to goodness, like, I don't get why Johnny even thinks that this game is worse than that. I mean, the plot, yes, understandably, he hates it. This game is not a horrible game. It's bad, but it's not horrible. Sonic 06 is the definition of horrible. Superman 64 is the definition of horrible. This, it is not the definition of horrible. It's the definition of bad, but not horrible. I've played much worse games than this. And honest to goodness, it's just, I don't really know. I haven't really talked about the stage much, but as I said before, like the 3D platforming sections is this. Even though it's relatively slow in comparison to most Sonic games and whatnot, where you actually can go faster in a lot of places and whatnot. This is honestly, though, it's still great. I like it. In its own sense, I guess. Oh, I lost my train of thought there. But anyway, next time on Shadow the Hedgehog. Will I be able to make it through the rings upcoming in order to continue on the platforming, or will I die a horrible death?